Ernst Chladni documented the frequency patterns created in sand as it conforms to the sound frequencies emitted from vibrating metallic plates. He developed a formula that connected the specific frequencies with their manifest patterns and published the results in his 1787 treatise. His work became an essential tool for violin and other musical instrument makers, and after publishing his 1802 book, Die Akustik, Chladni earned the title Father of Acoustics, and his work became known as cymatics, an incredible study that was hardly known of until the 1990s, when it began to spread on the internet and be demonstrated in videos. A century before Chladni, in 1680, Robert Hooke applied sand to a solid metal plate and ran a violin bow across the edge to create a vibration. Depending on the frequency he played, specific patterns would form in the sand. A century before that, Galileo observed the same thing with small particles on a musical sounding board. A century before that, Leonardo da Vinci noted that distinct patterns would form within particles when subjected to vibration. And before da Vinci, the Rosslyn Chapel was founded in 1446, a mysterious work of art with a very storied past. One of the oldest stories is that the chapel's master mason was commissioned to carve a pillar, but felt the need to travel Europe on holiday for inspiration. While away, his apprentice had a vision and carved the column on his own. When the master mason returned, he found the completed pillar to be a masterpiece, which triggered him into a violent fit of jealous rage. He struck the apprentice on his head, crushed his skull, and killed him. There is a popular myth that a small group of the Knights Templar fled persecution in the 14th century and hid the Ark of the Covenant, also known as the Holy Grail, beneath the Rosslyn Chapel. We are told to believe that America was discovered in 1492, but within the chapel's window arches, there are carvings of maize and aloe vera. These plants were native to the Americas and would have been unknown to Europe. Within the Lady Choir section of the Rosslyn Chapel, there are 215 carved cubes and rectangles protruding on stems from 14 arches. Carved into each cube are 13 geometric patterns repeated in a sequence, and beneath the cubes are 13 angels playing musical instruments. Thomas and Stuart Mitchell found that the 13 carved cube patterns closely resembled the cymatic patterns of frequency cataloged in Chladni's figures of 1787, and began research to transcribe what they believed might be a musical composition encoded in stone using cymatic patterns. The stave angel is holding a musical staff and pointing to the note B with his right hand, and the notes A and C with his left. This was taken to indicate that the music was in the key of C major, and so each of the cube patterns was then matched to its causal frequency using a square metal plate tuned to C. Using these tones to form a melody, the men then composed and staged its performance inside the chapel in 2007. The chapel was designed by Sir Gilbert Hay under the direction of William Sinclair, both central figures in the esoteric myths of Scottish Freemasonry. The chapel's layout, the architecture, and carved imagery reflects what we see in Scottish Freemasonry rituals, which is based off of King Solomon's Temple in Jerusalem. Many Masonic researchers believe the chapel was designed to act as an encoded physical library of the mystery schools. The cubes demonstrate that the science of cymatics was understood long before official discoveries in the 18th century. Knowledge of the geometry of sound can also be traced back to ancient China, India, and Egypt, and is said to be the foundation of reality itself. Greg Reese reporting. The Reese Report is now fully funded by my Substack subscribers. Subscribe today and support my work at gregreese.substack.com.